All right, guys, let's talk about a few key things that we need to be aware of. There is a huge meeting taking place today that does impact you, your crypto, everything you own, Bitcoin, XRP, as far as what the fallout, what comes out of this meeting. I'm going to share that with you here in just a minute. Please do two things for me if you haven't already done so. Hit that like, hit that subscribe here on YouTube if you're watching it here, as well as if you're on X. Please give me a follow. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So before I get to what I have to show you, the overall market is up 1%. Bitcoin moving up a little bit, up over 107,000. Now remember, its all-time high is 111,000 and change, so we're only 4,000 away from that all-time high. But you can see outside of that, a little bit of volatility and not a lot. There is some red, XRP, Dogecoin, things of that nature, Tron. You can see kind of just a little bit of a mixed bag. And our biggest gainers in the top 100 is Kaya, SPX, 18 and 12% respectively. And the downside is Stellar. You can see down 1.6 and so forth. Okay, so the information I want to share with you is today, China and the United States are actually holding trade talks in London. So everything you need to know and why this is important to you. So remember that crypto 100% is impacted by trade, tariff talks, anything of that nature. And the reason is quite simple. It is you're talking about the impact on global supply chains, global manufacturing, global consumer spending, all that kind of stuff. And so today is a big deal, and all eyes are really on what is happening or what is going to play out in these trade talks between the United States and China. Okay, so they are resuming those talks today. So the U.S. delegation is led by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. Okay, again, big deal, right? Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and the U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer, representing China as Vice Premier He Lifeng. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. A key figure in the country's economic policy making. Okay, so again, now here's why it's important. So this is following the Geneva truce that was laid out in May, where both countries agreed to scale back aggressive tariffs for a 90-day period. And under that agreement, U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods were cut from 145 to 30%, while China lowered its tariffs on American imports from 125 to 10%. Remember, it is the United States that buys a disproportionately higher amount of goods from the United States, right? I.e., said a different way, China's not buying a lot of our goods. And that's one of the things that is trying to be rectified. Some key deals on the table is rare earth mineral exports. That's what's really been the main point of contention, is the U.S. claims China is curbing access to vital materials essential for high-tech industries and defense. Okay, we also, other things are semiconductor supply chains, the chip war. This all comes back to, obviously, materials, chips, things of that nature. Continue to simmer with export restrictions and national security concerns on both sides. Chinese student visas. Washington's tighten of basically student visas is a point of contention. And here's really in the orange, really what it comes down to. And this last point on this. The outcome of today's meetings could influence market confidence. Number one, that's big. It impacts us and crypto. Global supply chains, I mentioned that at the top of the video. And investor sentiment in the weeks ahead. With just weeks left in the 90-day tariff truce, both nations face pressure to avoid renewed escalation. So you see what's playing out in crypto is everybody's waiting to see what the outcome is on this today's, on these meetings that are beginning today. Okay, and you can see that overall crypto is in essence kind of waiting. Bitcoin's running a little bit, but for the most part, the markets are just simply, hey, we're going to wait and see how this plays out and all that kind of stuff. And you can just kind of feel it. Okay. So more information on that coming here in a little bit. I promise that I'll keep you updated. If you haven't already done so, hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you want help making even more money in crypto, then I've got a way for you to do that. Look, you're here watching crypto videos and on YouTube and on X talking about crypto to do what? What is your ultimate goal? Is to make profits, to make a lot more money. Well, I got a way for you to do that. And it's literally cost you a little bit over $1 a day is what it costs. Okay. So don't begrudge me $1 if it can make you hundreds or thousands of dollars, right? So this is a piece of software called X1 Algo. It's a trading indicator. Okay. It literally costs about $1, a little bit over $1 a day. There's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. And here it is in action. You can see this green momentum up box right here. That's a buy alert, right? And this red momentum down box is a sell alert. You can see the buy alert was issued 40, and this is a 44-day period. See how I got this highlighted right here? From here to here, it's 44 days, and Ethereum went up 70%. So the software said buy here on about back around the what was that, the April 22nd, and on June 5th it said sell. Okay, it said buy here, sell here, and you can see this massive run up, 70%. So if you bought $2,000 worth of Ethereum right here and sold it right here where the software told you to do, you would have made $1,400 in additional profit in, basically 44 days. So challenge, right? What could you have done better, different, more with $1,400 additional dollars in your budget, in your pocket, in your bank account? That's really what the software does. So again, don't begrudge me $1 or a little bit over $1 if it's going to help you make hundreds and thousands of dollars. Also, starting next week, I've got a massive private Discord community that just X1 Algo members are going to be able to access. There's going to be beginner lessons, private lessons, ongoing support, how you can make this and use the software to make even more money. It's going to be a massive community, and it's going to be private just for X1 Algo users. And also, quite honestly, I'm thinking about raising the price after I launch that community. Okay. So I've kept it the same price for 2+ years now, and I think about raising the price. So if you're thinking about getting in, give it a look. Again, remember, you got that 30-day, no questions asked, money back refund guarantee. So you have zero risk in this. And remember, it can help you make a lot of money. Like in this example I told you with Ethereum, $1,400 in just about 44 days. Links right down there. If you're watching this on X, the link's below the video as well. Later. See you.